Well, lost you a little bit there. I didn't realize we were totally off of the camera here. So let's move and look at the distal humerus and proximal radius and ulna again. So we'll move these over here and expand them quite a bit. So now you should have a good look at what that looks like. All right, let me pull this up again. Okay, so we'll start with the radius. Here is our radial tuberosity. We can see it's a little bump on the radius there, the proximal radius, and then we have, see this groove? It's the radial notch. It's the home of the tuberosity. Right? It's a kind of a groove in the muscle or in the bone of the ulna so that can fit. Then we have the radial neck, which is kind of that narrowing there. You should be able to see that pretty well. And this is the radial head up here. I'm going to change the colors here. So the radial head articulates what we discussed earlier, the capitulum. So the cap, it's not quite that big, it's really the surface. The cap sits on the head. Right? Then if we look over here to the side of the ulna, we have the trochlea. Remember I said it was like a square? Not quite, but it's like this, that little chunk. And the table does a really good job of giving it some depth. So just kind of take a mental snapshot of that. And you can see that chunk that articulates in this space here, okay? So that's the trochlea articulating with the ulna. Now we'll go to a lateral look, a lateral projection here. You should be able to see that pretty well. Anteriorly, that's the coronoid. Posteriorly, that's the olecranon. All right, coronoid, olecranon. Then, if we look, remember I was trying to point these out radiographically and they were hard to see, but there's a big hole right there in the distal humerus. That hole is the olecranon fossa. Then, we'll roll to the anterior side, and again, there's another big indentation on the bone here. That's for the coronoid, when you flex the arm. So that is the coronoid fossa. Okay? Let's see, what else did we want to cover for this? And then we have our epicondyles. On the radial side, we are at the lateral epicondyle, medial epicondyle. So there those are. Pretty easy to identify. Okay? That is the end of your upper extremity 1 anatomy. Again, be able to identify all of these structures. I know it is a lot of information in a pretty short period of time, but I think you guys can do it. They do it every year. We're doing it a little different now, so just make sure you know this stuff and recognize that you have a lot of tools, technological tools and resources in people, classmates, educators. There's a lot of people rooting for your success on this, okay, that are willing to help you. So just reach out, get what you need. Let me know if you have any questions.